Okay, this morning I was shorting the Euro yen and it got picked up a bid on this support around about the 252, just above 260, pushed into the 127 extension. So I took some off, let the rest get stopped out. Now I'm just shorting these highs around the 300 mark. I mentioned 300, 310, or anything up to 330 potentially. So I'm just taking it very easy. I'm not risking much just to see if this can work. Pound's caught a bit of a bid on some decent data. These are 15 minutes and 5-minute charts as usual, as you can see. DAX, so this shorted it way too low as it transpires, but it pushed up and then started selling around about 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock in the midst of these two extension levels, and now we're just coming back down to the area where I'd shorted to, or close to that. So it's a very tough area on the daily chart, so it's understandable why we are having problems up here. So be wary, because this could just topple over. That is such a very, very tough area, hence the bright yellow line I've decided to put in that. If we break 400, then this will really potentially really come tumbling down. What I'm expecting, I think a good healthy push down to 400, 420. If we get a buy signal down there, I think that's worthwhile. Meanwhile, the Dow took a bid into the close yesterday and is higher. The gap is right down there at 440 area. So I would expect to at least get halfway down there to around the 500, 520 mark. Again, as with the, is vulnerable up here. You know, 3 lower closes there. So it's very shallow range. So we've got consumer conference at 3 o'clock. I would wait until we get 3 o'clock out of the way and then see where we are. In the meantime, let's look at the daily euro. It's coming off a little bit, not much, 20 pips off of that close. So Forex is very, very quiet as we just sort of tread water, heading towards ECB on Thursday, and not a lot of other data. We've got UK GDP on Friday, so we're a bit thin on the ground for decent data, so we are getting sort of pushed around by news, little scraps of news coming in and out. But that euro clearly looks like 135 could be seen, and the obvious level would be to drop down to 120 and potentially 950. And let's see if that can be the case with this euro. Just be careful with this euro yen, because yeah, we're holding a trend line here. This could really power up. That's why I'm trading very light size, just in case this powers up, because we've hit the trend line, had a good day yesterday. So need to be careful. I think the scenario is, the story on this is unlikely the ECB are going to want to change anything. I think they're going to start saying they've been cautious because inflation is still tame, and therefore that might send this lower on the back of the prospect of a delayed tapering, retractment of the bond quantitative easing program. Alright, but on the face of it, the markets are positive. Certainly this pound yen, like that data this morning. We come into this key 50% support, not even bothered to test 150, and here we are at 152. I've got a little sell signal up there just in case we can pop into this resistance and then get a sell signal at that point. Okay, so tentative gap fills. Obviously these indices gapped up more so the Dow, this gapped up, so we backfilled, and now we could potentially start to get on our way as we get more of the earnings season underway, potentially higher. But it's this is a potentially nice little hammer on a fib support. So on the face of it, at the moment, pullbacks look as if they are buyable, but stay tuned.
Buy stop executed.
Okay, I've just been nipped out on a small position on the short side of the euro, so that's getting a bit of a bid. So I'm slightly down on that one. Okay, so I'd certainly wouldn't. I would never counter trend trade in any kind of real decent leverage on that in a position like that. I would only test, dip my toe in the water and scale in, scale out until I got confirmation, and then I'd start to build a position. Alright, I hope that helps. I'll do my best to update you in the late afternoon, but let's just see where we are at 3 o'clock for the Dow and the DAX. Okay, bye for now.